Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to continue on this high-sec exploration / abyss campaign, and I just went into the system of Noghere here, and there are so many anomalies right here. If I don't get a single escalation from all these, I'm going to be a little bit angry. Nah, I think there's a 5% chance, they say, to get an escalation, so statistically speaking we still can't have it guaranteed that we're going to get one right here, or almost guaranteed that we'll get one right here, since there's 7 refuges right here, so 35% chance that we would be able to get one from here, but not 100% sure. Okay, combat site. Ooh, could that be a good combat anomaly right here? Just jump straight in with the Afterburner and get some drones on the case so that we can sort of have a bit of an AFK style attack while we focus on scanning. Let's see now. Rogue drone asteroid infestation. This is a really bad DED site. It is a DED site, but it is a rogue drone one that is really bad. Let's have our drones shoot a little bit. Okay. But the scanner near this planet over here, I think, is the closest one. That's a very big signature. Wow. So big. How is it this big? Oh wait, it's because we've got 2 AU, that's why. Okay, we'll put it here on this one. Good. And we'll just lock this stuff up. Yeah, it seems to be a very quiet system here in Noghere, so that's why it seems like there's so many anomalies that have just accumulated right here. I think how it works is that whenever you destroy an anomaly, a new one spawns somewhere in space, so eventually you'll just be spawning a bunch of them in very low populated systems like this one. And that's why you have sometimes accumulation of a lot of them in certain systems. That's why high-sec ions are a very cool thing to check out for exploration, because there are not as many people who usually go in those kind of systems since they're surrounded by low-sec. And usually then you'll find tons of refuges there. I've done that in Sonasis, actually, I remember. Found a bunch of them right there, and also the Hecate as well. Found a ton of anomalies there. Okay, wormhole. Typical. Okay. We'll go for the hideaways. I go for the hideaways first. They're the quickest ones to do. So if there is someone who's competing against us now, there's not, but we'll at least roll as many you could think of it. We're rolling as many dice as possible by doing the hideaways, because I think there's the same amount of percentage chance to get escalation from a hideaway as a refuge. They give the same type of DED site as a refuge. So just better to go for the hideaways first and refuges second, because they take a bit longer, the refuges, than the hideaways. It's really the lock time that's the bottleneck here when it comes to the hideaways, because they're just so weak, these NPCs, and so few of them as well. Just the travel time of your missiles and the lock time is really what takes the most amount of time in completing these sites, and also the warp time as well. Alright, let's go and get some missiles on the case. Popped, and this one's going to get popped too. Lock up this guy too. Corelli. Spy. You know, actually, I just did a den before I started this little play session with you guys right here, and I actually got a Shadow Serpentis cruiser spawn, but it didn't drop anything good. Let's see, did I pick up anything? No, yeah, this Shadow Serpentis brass tag, I picked this up from that. I was thinking, wow, it's a cruiser, it must have something good, right? But I just, generally speaking, don't have so good luck with the Shadow Serpentis from these high-sec anomalies. From null-sec anomalies, I've had almost always... Oh, Serpentis Narcotics Warehouse. There we go. 3 out of 10 right there. But it is a very good 3 out of 10. Hopefully it's not in low-sec. Please not be in low-sec. Exploration, escalations. Oh, yes, good. It's in high-sec. 5 jumps away too. Okay, so this is the thing here. The null-sec anomalies, I don't know about low-sec, but null-sec at least, they tend to always give something, at least some kind of faction module. Like Shadow Serpentis, every time I remember getting them from a haven in null-sec, I always remember getting something good, some good implant, some good module, etc, etc. But I've gotten quite a few now from these high-sec sites, and it's not been anything particularly good. Alright, let's see now. Where is this Serpentis Narcotics Warehouse? I can maybe run this. We'll see now. Add a waypoint and optimize the route a bit. It's quite far away if you put it there, but let's see now. Is this Arararon? Oh, it's far away. We're going to have to... What's that destination? It's going to kind of mess up our route, though. We can maybe have to sort of show in map browser, I guess. Let's see now. Can maybe it's because there's a lot of low-sec systems. Let's see now. I prefer shorter. Maybe optimize route, I guess. Let's see if it changes it. Yeah, you see that? It's because of that low-sec system here. That's why it's 5 jumps away. Otherwise, it is pretty far away. So probably have to get it run at a later period of time. I'll see. But it is very far away right here. Good. Okay, I guess we could have it like this. Look, it's not that far away if we put it safer like this. So if we have it now as the first destination, it seems to have done like that a bit with the map scanner. So we'll probably just make our way towards this system right here. See how many escalations we can get on the way towards this system right, or this escalation right here, and then we can probably run the escalation next time we do stuff to see how many escalations we can get. Alright, let's shoot up all these Corellis. Can drop the drones to pop these guys. Pop them all, pop them all. Little scrubs. Corelli scrubs. Dealing drugs. These guys all seem to be dealing drugs. The Serpentis is one of their big crimes. Goristas, they seem to perform high-profile, like, sort of almost terrorist attacks, it seems. And then they have the Serpentis, they seem to like to deal a lot in drugs. That's their main source of being evil. Okay, our drones just go crazy on these guys. Can shoot maybe with the missiles? There we go. I thought maybe the drones are going to auto-aggress. Okay, nothing from there. Align to this one now. You can even reload these missiles too. And you can see here 0 of max 5 in space. Then we just warp because we know that they're none in space. So it's good. Just go here to the next to a refuge. Refuge. I'm wondering, let me know in the comment section below, what's the most amount of DED sites you've run in a single system, in like a single play session? Because the most amount I've done is 2. I once scanned down 2 DED sites in the same system. But I'm wondering, how many have you managed to do in the same system in one go? That'll be like sometimes the RNG can be really on your side. Sometimes it can't, and you go through like 10 systems, 20 systems and don't find anything. Alright, let's go to these scouts over here. Pop them like that. Press all F1 to F4 to just stop it. Okay, good. Lock these guys up now. And we'll make our way. Like, never stay in the in-warp place of the site. Just in case some gankers decide to try to get to you, you have a little bit of time to react if you were to warp out, if someone were try to get in here. It's always a good habit just to pull a bit of range. And it really doesn't matter at all with the Gila, with the good range, drone control range of the missiles as well. The missiles have 30 kilometer good range, and then you also got the drone control range, which is like 60 kilometers. So really don't have to worry at all about the range going on. These destroyers right here. Pop them there, and pop them there. Put a little bit too many missiles in that guy right there. A little bit overboard. Okay, is that it? Nope. Almost. I thought the site was going to be done there. Gonna have 2 pre-shoot on one of these destroyers. And pop them there, and pop them there. Look how many refuges are. These are so many. I'm going to shoot these missiles. Recall the drones. Okay, nothing there. Align to this one. 0 in space. We can just warp, deactivate the Afterburner. We can just warp almost straight away. Boop! There we go. Gila. The Gila, the T4 Firestorm Hybrid Gila, uses a combination of big buffer and active boosting to get just an overall really sick ship that has a sick buffer. So you can have some good passive regen and also just in general good buffer to survive the deadly incoming initial DPS, but you're packing the 880 DPS to take all that essential DPS out before you get to critically low shield levels. I just love the hybrid variant of the Gila. So fun because you're not as like dependent on not getting neutered as a full passive Gila, and you also have the good like regen of the shields with the booster as well. We compare it to like a classical passive Gila that has the most amount of regen, like the 30% regen, 25%, something like that. But with the booster, we are able to boost all the time, so it's really nice. And on top of that, we're cap stable. We are cap stable. There you go. Poppage. Lock all these guys up. We'll just do a quad missile action going on right here. Pop, and come on, pop. There we go. Shoot all these guys. The destroyers go down pretty quickly. They don't have so good tank. We also apply very good with our missiles as well. So in some ways the destroyers will feel a bit less tanky than the frigates, even though they have more EHP, I believe. Because even though we're using light missiles, I think there is some form of negation of damage just because of how small the ships are. A prophecy. I wonder if that guy is also out there to do some DED escalation hunting, or maybe he's just mining since he's called Chunks. mining moon chunks, maybe. I don't know. Wonder if you could mine in a prophecy, if that would be worth doing it. It's got not so many high slots, so I don't think it's worth it. Usually, I think back in the day, you were able to mine in battleships just because the mining barges didn't exist, and battleships were very good because you could have good capacitor, good CPU, so you could have full 8 high slots with mining lasers. Pop! Look, there's the prophecy right there. He is actually running these sites. A line out. We can reload all of these and whoop away. There we go. We are out of here. Is he using the good skin? Is he using the good skin? Oh, he's using this skin. Hunter's Quiver. This was released from the Guristas event. It's decent. It's decent. You know, the prophecy hull, I think it looks quite good, actually. People say it looks like, oh, it looks like a turkey. It looks like a chicken or something, but I think it actually looks really good. It looks pretty majestic, I think. I like the Damnation, actually. This is my favorite looking one of the prophecy variant because it has the Canid skin default. I think this looks like a really good skin, this silver and black color scheme. Really like that color combo right there. Alright, deploy my drones. I think I can even fly this. I'm not sure. I think I just recently trained it, or I am training it. You can see here, Prophet, Damnation. You have all the required skills. Yeah, okay, good. I must have recently trained on my Battlecruiser 4. So right now I'm working on my Battlecruiser skills. Split up all these missiles just to get some lobs of these missiles right here. Look at these patrols just going down. There's like, they just spawn like, oh no, I get popped straight away. Super easy. What do they think they're gonna do to the mighty hybrid Gila? Like, they're barely touching our shields. I'd be super scared if I was these guys, actually, if they were having to go up against a boss Gila like this. I'm just getting insta pop like this. I'd have just warped off, to be honest. Just warped off. No, screw that. I'm not. And you know, these guys, they're actually in lore, I think they even like die for real. It's not like we're Capsuleers who respawn as a clone. We actually have the ability to respawn as a clone, but these guys actually die for real. But I think you sort of die for real, you could say anyway, if you die as a Capsuleer, because you're just making a twin of you. Still a different person in a way. This guy, actually, wait, I never noticed that. You can actually see the triangle, the marker of the ship class on the hull. Look, you see the triangle there. I never really noticed that. You can. Pop. Okay. Last refuge. Align to this system right here. Or this not system, but anomaly right here. And warp, because we have got all drones in. Because 0 of max 5 are in space. Yes, yes, yes. Gila, go crazy with farming these refuges. The Serpentis think they're going to take refuge here. Nope, that's not going to happen. Combat anomalies. What is nearby? What is the next system right here? Castlemon. Is anything? 2 refuges? Okay. Decent. Got some refuges right there. Yona. I think I recognize that system. I think the Lone Wolf has been exploring that. He's a YouTuber who does a lot of high-sec combat exploration. I recall the name of that system, actually. Okay, we take our super DPS and put the drones, have them do some damage. Their auto-aggression. You don't have to lock them up and they'll start doing damage straight away. Double-click here in space. Popped. Nothing right here. Go to the next system. Line out. It's always good to have a hotkey for your drones. So you can I put Shift F, so I just recall them straight away. I don't have to drag any of that kind of nonsense. I just Shift F, poop, they go back. Alright. Castlemon. Castlemon is next on the list, next on the menu for being harvested from Mygila. Warning, this star system has been secure by eating on forces. Oh, really? Warning? Nah. I'm big buddies with the Edencom guys, so it's no worries right there. I've been in this system before, actually. Let's see now, refuges right here. We can do these refuges. Hopefully we'll get some good escalations. Escalation. It'll be good to get some more escalations. Imagine 2 Serpentis narcotics warehouses. They're actually very good because the thing is, with this Serpentis narcotics warehouse, the thing that's special about it is that we have the ability to get multiple faction loot drops because there's many rooms. So in each room, there's like one NPC or structure that has a potential of dropping faction drops, and then at the end you can get the Corelli A-type module. So it's overall a really good DED site, even though just 3 out of 10. I've had more luck with that than the Gurista Scout outposts. And it's also good because you can get very good faction drops, like the Shadow Serpentis damage control, which I got. 200 million just straight off the bat. Just 200 million just like that. Corelli initiate. Yeah, he's just initiated his failure right there. Okay, have some pre-fired light missiles. They're not even going to pre-fire because my drones took a bit of an initiative right there. Can you maybe... No, don't bother aligning, because if I align out too fast, maybe I'll forget to recall my drones right there. Pop, Pandy, pop. We don't need to destroy the light missile batteries actually in the... Oh, I guess we can, but we don't need to do it in the refuge. It's only the dens you want to destroy the light missile batteries because they trigger the next waves, but they don't trigger anything here. They're just like waste of time here in the refuges. Pop, 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 pop. Good, good, good. Quad missiles on this sentinel who just went down in a split second. Align to this one right here. Serpentis Refuge. Got drones. Boop. Away out here. Let's go. Gila going crazy. I obviously have these abyss filaments we can do here if we wanted to. The good firestorm filaments cost hardly anything, so you can just bring a bunch of them with you and not have to think like, oh, I'm carrying a lot of valuable cargo. It's just 1 billion. 7 of these. Average will give me like 30-40 million. This is worth more than 100 million, maybe even 200 million if we had some decent luck here. Someone seems to have done this site but run off. Maybe they were in like a frigate or noob frigate or something like that, and they managed to take too much damage or something. I think that a very good entry DED runner, or not DED runner, but DED hunter, someone who would be doing these refuges would be a Corax. I think a Corax would be really good because you could do then Goristas and you could do then Serpentis, and the Corax is very good damage for a kinetic. It gives bonus to kinetic missiles, and it's also pretty straightforward. You can just kite a lot, avoid a lot of damage that way since you've got very good range with your missiles. So I think it would be a very good like starter DD hunting ship actually. And maybe I should try that sometime, see if we can find some very newbie accessible DD hunting ships, because it's very easy to do. Just do these refuges, eventually you get the refuge or the escalation. Hideaways are even easier. Really, nothing has to be, hardly any upfront cost needs to be there. Maybe it would even be good to just go with a Corax with the hyperspatial velocity optimizers, because then a Corax would have the ability to walk faster, but I feel like the Corax would still need some more DPS. But if we'll go to like light missile launch 2s, full high slot load with these guys, and then we put the Scourge Fury light missile to have the 166 DPS. Now I've got very good skills, so it's obviously going to be a lot more than a newbie would. But if we put double ballistic control systems and a bay loading accelerator right here. Let's see, now anything interesting here? Nothing here. Pimene. Then we go with maybe a 1MN monopropellant. Then we put maybe a small cat battery, maybe. PB, small cat battery. And then we put a small shield booster. Small shield booster. Small shield booster now, or maybe give it a little bit good like passive or active recharge when you need it. Small capacitor booster, but I want a small shield booster. The CPU is not really there, and I think that especially for a new player it'll be problematic with the CPU, so probably what you would want to do is put then a full passive, I guess, field extender maybe. See now, a small core defense field extender, 2 of these. A bit like my Abyss Gila, Corax fit. Serpentis Den, ooh. Not too common that you see those guys. And then you put maybe small shield extender. Oh, CPU problems going on. Maybe even take this off and you could put an overclocker, to be honest. Especially if you've got fitting problems as a new player. You can put a small processor overclocking unit, fits perfectly. Then you put like a small shield extender, or even a medium one. Medium regolith maybe? Regolith. This is the compact one. Nah, power grid issues. Alright, we'll just jump in here. This Den is the frigate variant, it seems like, where you just spam multi-kill these these little frigates right here. Just spam kill these guys like this. Alright, multi-spectrum, we could put one of those on. No, actually, we can put a small shield extender. No, and then we could maybe put like a resist module of some sort here. Put maybe a compact one if you got problems with the CPU. I think that would be a good idea right there. Something like that, I'm not sure. If you guys have good Corax fits that you use for DED hunting, let me know. I mean, we could try them out on a alt or something. But I think that will be definitely a good starting point, at least with the Korax for these DED hunting. Just go in, snipe them with your light missiles. Same way I'm doing with this Gila right here. And just hope for the good escalations. And eventually you could just run them. Probably you could even have a dedicated ship for running escalations. Like maybe a Gnosis or a Sunasis, something a bit more hardcore, but you maybe don't want to... You just want to start out by finding a bunch of escalations first. That's usually the most difficult thing. Actually running them is not too hard, actually. Especially since there's so many guides on the internet, and they are really exactly the same as well. There's nothing, no surprise. Not like in the Abyss where you can have sometimes surprises with a bunch of newts or something like that, or wrecking shots. It's a lot more predictable than the Abyss. Split these augmented hammerheads right there real quick. There we go, popped. Go on, hammerheads, do your thing. Good. Almost took out that guy. I can do one missile just to end this guy. Pop. And we've got more NPCs right here. This could potentially go to a 5 out of 10, I think. I'm not sure with the Serpentis. I know with the Grisses, at least, it's guaranteed that if it is an escalation, it is a 5 out of 10. But I don't know maybe if it's different with the Serpentis, because it is different with the Serpentis. With the Refuges, you get max 4 out of 10. But I still think it is the 5 out of 10, actually. And Serpentis 5 out of 10, that would be very fun to run, actually. Oh, we got one! Is it in? Please tell me it's in high sec. Please be high sec. Oh no. It's in low sec. Maybe we will run. I don't know if we will run this, but if I do run it, I'm probably going to run it a different ship, like a Rook or something like that. That is, that would be some fun stuff to run, though, if we were to have a good fit for that. We'll see. I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to run that, but we'll see. Because that, the amount of loot we'll get from that, oof, it'll be really good. Oof, yeah, 5 out of 10. That's the first time I've actually got one from the Serpentis, I think. I don't think I've got one before. Actually, we can even scan here for this cosmic signature and see if we get anything good here. You know, when it comes to the 5 out of 10s, I think that it is more likely that they are in low sec, the escalation, but they can be in high sec. Not all the time, but I feel like they're more likely to be in low sec than high sec. It's just my experience. If it isn't the case, it could just be RNG. I've not got a whole lot of them, that being said. But that was pretty fun right there to see that we got a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Yeah, B-type stuff. Corellum B-type. Get from that site. Seems to have a lot of, like, big stuff here. Battleships, cruisers. I can imagine you could speed tank a lot of that, but I think there's also webifiers there. And I don't think this will be anything because it's being very difficult to scan this down, so probably some high-level data site of some sort. Alright, let's see here. Serpentis Refuge and launch probes. Yeah, this seems to be deep in low sec as well. Maybe you will, but I'm not sure if I have the time to dedicate to that, because that'll be a full operation right there. Oh, level 2 combat site. Could be a 4 out of 10. Could be a Serpentis Fire outpost. Ooh. Maybe. Level 2 combat sites, they can be potentially the 4 out of 10. Level 1s can be DD 3 out of 10 or lower. Come on. Please be a Fire outpost. Fire outpost, please. Velour. This is a system, I think, where you can find Serpentis Watch. Crap. But this system right here, I think you can. There's a lot of people because you can sell DED loot here. There's like a Concord station where you can sell for the blue loot and wormhole kind of stuff for good prices here, because there's like NPC buy orders, I think. We've got a lot of DED sites. There's a lot of DED sites we've been getting recently. 3 out of 10. The 5 out of 10 right there. Warp to Erme. Is it Erme or Erne? I think it's Erme. Okay. No, we don't want to warp. No. We're close to warping out with our augmented hammerheads right there. That would not be good. Procurer, not stolen. Ooh, someone's stolen their procurer for someone. You can actually do that if someone has like some kind of station or something. Like some kind of container. I see that they on Ezekiel like really expensive containers. Oh, Shadow Serpentis. I wonder if there's anything cool here. They sometimes drop like a whole fleet of cargo ships. I don't know how it works. Like these certain structures of some sort. Will we get anything good? Look, this is the thing. You hardly ever get good stuff from these Shadow Serpentis or Commander drops in highs. It's just the way it is. Like, you'll see here, I'm very certain that this is hardly going to give anything. See, look here, it hardly gave anything. It's just, in low sec and null sec especially, I've noticed that you tend to get good stuff from there. But when it comes to the, like, high sec stuff, it doesn't give all that great stuff. I just think it's the loot that they've made it so that, you know, these commanders, they're not as high level, so to say. So, they're just not as valuable, you could say. They don't give us good stuff. As I said, previously mentioned, I have only gotten from a high-sec commander like this commander spawn a Dreadgarista's light missile launcher, I think it was. And that was worth like 30-40 million. Really good. But otherwise, I've never ever got it. And I've got lots of commanders after that. I'm not speaking from like, oh, 1, 2 maybe. Like, I'm talking 10 plus at least. Maybe even 20. I've got lots of commanders and I've never got anything good. I have got faction modules, but they've never been good faction modules. They usually be like, I don't know, like Dreadgaristas or like maybe a Shadow Serpentis EM plating or something like something really like that's worth maybe 1 million, max 2 million. Scan here. I've got 2 cosmic signatures, so good. You can, you know, maybe have some of the good escalations. If it doesn't seem to be too populated. Aaron. He's not going to be one in DED sites. Okay, we've got something over here. Here. Make it a bit smaller. Botane. We're soon approaching the system of Arararon, where we're going to have 3 out of 10 there. We'll run that next time, though, because we've been doing this for quite a while. So cool. Seeing what we find here. We find all this cool stuff, like a 5 out of 10, just like that. Like I've never expected to get a 5 out of 10 like that. They feel super rare to me. It's also because I feel like the dens also are quite rare. I don't see them as much as refuges and hideaways. I find dens a lot less frequently. So in itself, that contributes to the fact that they feel quite rare, the 5 out of 10s. I don't think they actually are less likely to drop as an escalation. I think they're about the same. But it's just that I run less. So I think that's why it feels to me that they are a bit harder to come by. Or a bit rare in general. Got this scanity scan. But the DED stuff, the DED hunting is fun. When you can like at least get something, you know, you don't always go out with like, you know, some good loot, but it is fun at least to get like, you know, 1 or 2 escalations every time you go out running, because at least it feels like, okay, sort of the RNG was that it was always a possibility that we could have got something. Maybe the DED side didn't give so good stuff, but it was always a possibility of getting something there. And usually if it was to be really bad, I could just run some abyss sites because just to make myself feel better. Okay, nothing there. Go to the next system. You don't actually need to recall probes. It's just a habit, because they used to have it so that when you like didn't have the probes recovered, then they would stay in space. If you were to jump to a new gate, then you would lose them essentially. But then they made it so that they automatically recover them when you jump. So that's really nice. Like I remember losing probes unnecessarily just to that one button. It makes sense that you would automatically just press that button when it goes to the next system. But I'm not sure how it works if they're scanning, because if scanning, how are they going to recover them? I don't know. I have this habit just to do it, just in case. Just in case. The Gila is a very cool ship. I love this ship so much. Done so much good stuff in this. This ship has been on a big adventure, big adventures with me. It's been into the T4 abyss, it's come close to dying in the abyss, it's come close to dying from gankers. It's done a lot of stuff. This guy has been through a lot. The Inferno Gila. A cosmic signature in a system with no one in here? Ooh. Let's scan. See if there's anything here. Can just scan here near this one. It could maybe be over here too. Just scan near this planet over here. It seems to be pretty close to this X in the middle of the signature. Serpentis Fire Outpost. It would have been so good to get one of those before. Okay, it seems like I have to do a bit bigger. And I think that if you don't find anything on the first go with a 4 AU, then it's probably not a combat site. I think it's just the way it works, not 100% sure. 12%, okay, it's pretty easy to scan then. So maybe it is a combat site. Do this, and make it a bit smaller. Approach this gate right here, activate our Hardeners. You know, you always want to have your Hardeners active, just in case, you know, just in case. You never know what kind of douches just come there and just want to attack your wormhole. Nothing right here. Okay, recover drones, or probes. Next system. Jandrus. It's Jandrus. Okay, so we're just 1 jump out from Arararon. Serpentis Den again. You know, it'd be so fun. Why? Another 5 out of 10. So, man, the 5 out of 10s. I always have a good experience from running the 5 out of 10s because I've never not got something good from the 5 out of 10s. It has a bit to do with there's always a guarantee that you get that 50 million Overseer personal effects drop. But then I've always got some cool faction module from 5 out of 10s. And they have a lot of bounties too as well. So even then you got the Overseer personal effects and then a lot of bounties as well. Someone already here, a Gila. Or in these sites right here. You can just pop 1 or 2. There's always a potential you can get a escalation even though you're not the one doing majority of the damage. It's just, I think how it works is that when you attack these NPCs here at an escalation, then there's a chance that one of the people on the grid could have an escalation drop. Okay, well, we get that kill right there. Yeah, we did. Okay, good. Just go through this. It's going to be a lot quicker with the 2 Gilas. I'm going to pop this guy there. Poppity pop. Poppity pop. Poppity pop. Come on, give me a 5 out of 10 now. Nice to get another 5 out of 10. Pop this Corellum Sentinel right here. In Gilas, I think it'll be just definitely a lot faster going the auto-targeting missiles. If you have the good skills, I don't have the good skills, so auto-targeting missiles would not go very fast with me. But the auto-targeting missiles, I think they will be very good with regards to like the lock time we've got going on right here. Lock time seems to be a bit problematic. What drones has he got here? Hammerhead IIs. Hammerheads are not really that great here. It would be best to use Vespers, but I just have these because I'm using this also for abyssal sites. Okay, nothing here. We'll go to Arararon. Arararon. Okay. Recall those drones and go to the next system. I wonder if there's anything cool in Arararon. We've got any cool combat sites or cosmic signatures in Arararon. We've got some good combat sites, and we've got maybe some cosmic signatures too. 3 cosmic signatures. Arararon seems to be a very good system for exploration. We're gonna have to reload these then because we're gonna go for a field trip here in Arararon. A field trip in Arararon. Love R's in the name. Triglavian systems. Enter at your own risk. And then there's just a bunch of Triglavians waiting on the other side for me. Should be a little bit careful right here because they can sometimes gate camp. Luckily, nothing right here though. Get some nice combat sites going on. Can also do a bit of scanning as well. Sisters core probe launchers or core scanner probes. Did we recall our drones? Yeah, good. It would be unfortunate to lose our augmented drones because they cost 10 million each. It's not that expensive. I think augmented Vespers cost 20 million each, so they're on the cheaper side of augmented drones. But it still wouldn't be nice to lose them. So scan these ones right here. Hopefully a Serpentis Fire outpost would be so cool to get one of them. So cool. Activate hardness as well. Cosmic signature over here. Bit smaller. Just jump straight in. Lock this stuff up too and deploy our drones to get a little bit of automatic assault on these Serpentis scrubs. Distributing drugs, poisoning the population of New Eden. Okay, we'll scan this. There we go. It was weird that thing didn't decide to scan it. It was 16%, then it suddenly went to 0. There we go. It's now 70%. Anything good here, maybe? Scan again, just to get it a bit smaller. And hopefully it will. Scan, 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 scan. I wish my monitor was bigger. I had like a 4K monitor, or at least like a bigger monitor in general, so then I could have this, like this could be small, so then I could actually see my ship while I scan. It's a bit annoying to not be able to see your ship while I scan. I guess we could have it sort of like this. We could have the ship viewable while we're scanning, so we're not feeling like we're in just a total menu simulator. Data site, nothing interesting right there. We can ignore this. They're taking damage, a little bit of damage, but it's alright. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, we're drifting away too far. Corellios Soldier. And we can get this up like this. Maybe make it even a little bit smaller. I don't know if it'll... I think it'll just not scan anything since we're doing a very concentrated scan of 1 AU right here. Hopefully it will though. Wormhole. Cosmic signature over there. Anything here? To 4 AU. And we can just probably scan it here. Any of these planets over here. Analyze, analyze, analyze. Great. Okay, good. Corelli Defender. Corelli, nothing there. Align to the next refuge right there. Oh, now it's going all the way over here. Scan here, maybe. Drones in. Yes, go to this refuge. It's hard to scan down these signatures right here. They're being a bit weird. Not actually normal. Okay. Oh, this signature over here. I hate it when they go in two of these tube dots. It's quite annoying. It feels like it's a lot longer to scan them down then. Scan please. Scan please. Ugh. Scan here maybe. Lock these guys up. See, now we'll move towards these guys in the middle of this menu. We'll be able to, or not menu, but site. Okay, we've got the site becoming a little bit more concentrated to this lower area of the solar system. Move these 3 missiles into place. And we'll deploy drones too. Oh, we deploy the Federation Navy. They're not so good. Wormhole. Ah. That's maybe why I was behaving a bit weird, because it's a wormhole. Maybe, I think the wormhole's a little bit more difficult to scan down in combat sites. No, it's level 2, it's not that bad. Some wormholes I think can be quite hard to scan down. Don't need to go for that. Battery over there, because refuges is not a trigger to anything interesting. Just a waste of time. Or if you have problems with tank, it could be a good way to reduce income and DPS, but not like we are struggling with tank here. Okay, recall this. Pop them all. Pop them all, pop them all. Have we got 2 dens? Oof, 2 dens. Not a common sight to see 2 dens in a system. Maybe get 5 out of 10. It would be just so nice. 5 out of 10. Come on, 5 out of 10. We're going to get 5 out of 10 right here. 5 out of 10. It's the best one you can get in high sec, because you can get an escalation to high sec, but you can't scan them down in high sec. You know how we're scanning here? The best you can get from scanning is a 4 out of 10, but you can actually get an escalation of it to a high sec system. I have gotten that a few times. I think 2 times. I mean, I've not done a whole lot, but at least 2 of them I've done. I know that I have done them in high sec, because I was at one point doing them in an Onyx. Onyx was really good for the Guristas because of the predominantly kinetic damage going on. So it has a really good kinetic resist, so you tank so good in the Onyx. Okay, nothing here. Align to this. Then we can reload, and then we can warp because we've got all drones in the cargo bay. Drone bay, not cargo bay. Distinction. Distinction is right there. Cargo bay is here. Drone bay is here. Going to be a little bit peculiar on your ways of designating the names of the different cargo bays. Alright, let's see now. Serpentis Den. 5 out of 10. Please, 5 out of 10. Come on, 5 out of 10. We can do it. 5 out of 10. Okay, let's see now. Got some these Corelli protectors over here. Move in range. Move in range. Deploy drones so that they can just knock out everything here. Just one of the frigates is instantly popped from our drones. And hopefully the drones are going to stop sleeping and get to work. Yeah, they're now fighting. But our missiles pretty much did all the work anyway. There we go. Now we've got a cruiser. Cruiser going on. Put 2 here, 2 here. Hopefully cruisers will do something. They went for the missile battery. I noticed my drones, they tend to want to go to the missile batteries. And I think it also is just because I destroy all the frigates or the ships. So the only thing that remains is really the missile battery. So it makes a lot of sense that they would go for the missile batteries a lot. Shoot both of them like that. You can even split them up a little bit. Augmented hammerheads. Do your thing. Shoot this frigate over here with 2 of these light missile launchers. Oof, yeah, we've been exploring for quite a long time actually. This went a lot longer than I thought. Like almost 40 minutes now or something like that. I just expected a quick trip to Arararon and just get anything that's on the way, but a lot longer than expected. You can get very distracted when you're doing stuff in the exploration side of EVE Online. And often this is what will happen when you're doing DED hunting, that it goes for a long time and you don't really find anything particular. But sometimes you can find something good. I mean, for all I could have cared, that 5 out of 10 could have been in high sec, and we would have maybe gotten that then, and we'd be doing so good loot right there, or potentially so good loot right there. Let's lock all these guys up. This should be soon finished, I think, this den right here, because there's a lot more bigger stuff here, but then usually around here, when the wrecks come to here, is when I notice that the den is over. Attack these Corellia Cannoneer. He's a Cannoneer. Saying like pirate names, like naval names. Drones, come on. Do your thing. Go for this chief. Guard. Guarding the Serpentis assets. Okay, we'll apply to this den over here. 0 in space. We can jump. Or warp. There's a distinction right there. Jumping is one thing. Warping is another thing. Jumping is when you use a jump drive to go to a different system, while if you use a warp drive, you're warping within a place within a system, or within to a different location within a system. A little bit of a distinction right there. Okay, we'll reload this one as well. It's only 1 ammunition in the clip. May as well reload it. Let's see if there's anyone here. There's a Venture, an Orca. Wah! It's a funny name. Okay, how far is this away? 1,000 kilometers. Last den of the day. Will it give a 5 out of 10? Hopefully it will. Serpentis Hydroponics Warehouse is what I think it was called. Deploy drones. We can start shooting with our missiles to get multi-kills on these NPCs. This seems to be the same variant because I'm getting, there's a second wave, this one cruiser and this one destroyer right here, like exactly the same variant as we had before. Shoot missiles. I'm just spamming my F1, F4 keys really. Place at this point. No one nearby. Not a whole lot of competition it seems to be here in Serpentis space either, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have not a whole lot of people taking all the sites, but it doesn't really matter too much if there's competition because they'll anyway respawn the sites if there's a lot of people farming them. But I think competition is a big thing in terms of the scanning down the escalations as well. I think that if you have a lot of people scanning them, they're hardly going to be anywhere apart from like low sec and maybe high sec islands or something like that. Let's go for there. I even got the setting of the drones to not focus fire just so they can potentially split up a bit more. So they don't always focus on one, because usually if a drone hits, it just one-shots the NPCs here anyway. Got some more NPCs here. I think this is the last wave. Maybe second last wave. Shoot this one and this one right here and split the drones to these 2 cruisers. Good, good, good. Now we can split up now our missiles. 2 missiles here and 2 missiles here. Cleanly clean. Cleanly divided up like that. 1 drone, 2 missiles. 1 drone, 2 missiles. Come on, Serpentis Hydroponics. No. Alright, but there we go. That's enough for now. We've been doing a lot of exploration. A lot of exploration. I need to take a break myself. Next time we do this stuff, we're going to be doing that 3 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.